We are good to go. Hi, Henry here. I said hi. Have you started recording? Okay, so hi, I'm Henry. And if you're seeing this mic, that means I'm bringing back lazy reviews. If you don't get it, Shaq, deal with it. Either way, lazy reviews allows me to read directly from my script. I'm not going to try and memorize it and come and say it here to look like I'm not reading from anything. I'm going to show you guys that I'm reading here. So now that we both have that kind of understanding, let's get into the video. This is a Tecno Camon 18 Premier. And of course, this is the second Camon device from Tecno this year. And personally, I think they've made something pretty spectacular, which by no means feels or looks like a Tecno device. So first things first, let's talk about the form factor. It's glass, plastic, and then some more glass. And honestly, they made the phone look and feel way more expensive than it actually is. And the overall look of the device isn't something I'm used to seeing from Tecno. And it's something I'm happy to carry in my pocket. Moving to the front of the phone, we have the display, which is Tecno's second attempt to put an AMOLED display on a Camon device. And it's truly amazing with punchy and vibrant colors and also deep blacks, like deep blacks. It also supports high refresh rates, which helps making the phone experience really smooth. Moving up a bit, we have the front-facing punch-hole camera, which for some reason has a white or ash highlight to it. It's almost as if Tecno is trying not to hide it, while other brands try so hard to hide it with pictures and the way they market their products. I know, the camera has 32 megapixel with flash, and the pictures taken with it are actually good. It's what do you expect from a Tecno phone. The speakers on this phone just sounds okay-ish. You won't stand heads with it, and it's not a stereo speaker, so there's a high chance you would block it when gaming or watching videos in landscape mode. The battery life on this phone is just amazing. I'm able to get through the entire day before I start looking for my charger. Speaking of which, this phone actually charges with USB Type-C, which I've said in my previous videos I like very much. I would love to see more USB Type-C come to more Tecno devices. This phone comes with Android 11, skinned with iOS 8, which has some pretty neat features like Smart Scan, which works like any other scanner app, but this time has another functionality to be able to load airtime in a snap. And also T-Graffiti, which is like an AR doodle thing we've seen or gotten used from Samsung. And oh, Tecno has its own virtual assistant called Ella. Personally, I haven't really used it, or I didn't really use it during my time of testing this device. And oh, during my time of testing this device, I also didn't see ads in the launcher like we've come to know and expect from Tecno phones, which is actually a good thing. When it comes to performance, this phone does really well, and I didn't have any issues. I was able to enjoy gaming on this phone too. It's powered by MediaTek's Helio G96 chipset, which is actually a step up from last year's or the previous generation's Helio G95. But I still would have loved it if they went with the Dimensity chipset this time. My unit here has 8 gigs of RAM with 256 gigs internal storage, which is actually a good thing for me because I personally don't like using SD cards in phones, so having this amount of storage as an option is actually a really welcoming thing for me. Now that brings us to the rear cameras, which without a doubt would be the main focus for anyone looking at getting this phone, because come on, Canon. This phone, like many other phones that came out this year, has 3 cameras at the back and has one hell of a camera bump, which houses the ultra-wide, wide, and then a telephoto lens. And I'll talk about the telephoto lens in a sec. Pictures taken with this phone are actually good and vibrant, as we've come to expect from Tecno. But then I feel they still have a lot of work to do when it comes to image processing. But personally, I like the way images taken with this phone turn out. The telephoto lens on this phone is actually one of its selling points, and it can go up to 60 times zoom. While I think that is impressive, photos that were taken at the max zoom look like crap. It's not something I would advise using. Well, unless you're taking pictures of the moon. Well, pictures taken of the moon with the telephoto lens are clean up and look good, which got me thinking, why don't they use the same tech on other things? Because apart from being a good conversation starter, I don't think I'll spend all my time taking pictures of the moon. For instance, today, at the point of shooting this video, My colleague and I went out to try and take pictures of the moon for this particular video, and the moon was nowhere to be found because it was out there chilling during the day. So it doesn't work at night. The moon isn't working. Yeah, so in cases like that, the telephoto lens is just useless. It's just there for show. Anyways, that is my lazy review of the Camon 18 Premier. A really solid phone that may have its own issues and all, but perfectly fine for whomever who gets it at the price at which it's selling at. And also, thank you for watching, and also feel free to follow me on all my social media handles. Links and handles will be in the description. And also share this video and give me a thumbs up if you haven't, and also subscribe if you haven't, because I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun shooting this video, because who thought I would bar so many times reading my own script that I wrote? Either way, wear a mask and then stay safe out there.